So today I want to talk about something that happened a while ago. I think I'm going to start like a mini series called Saturday Scenarios, and I'm going to be explaining different scenarios that happened to me when I was younger. And all of this is only to let everyone know that you are validated and loved and you are not crazy. When I started this journey of healing from abuse, and I'm actually still in it, so I'm continuously learning. So I found that hearing other people's stories was very, very important in me realizing that indeed I was not crazy. So if this triggers you, you can pause the video, come back to it. My experiences have been very, very hard, and this may trigger some people. So I just want to put this warning out there. If you haven't been abused before, you are still welcome to hear everything that I put on this channel because it might help someone that you know. So today I want to talk about the Christmas tree fiasco, as you have seen on the title. Let me explain really quickly how that came to be, the fiasco, if you will. I would say 2 years ago. I don't remember. Probably 2. Anyways, during that time, I was working 2 jobs at the mall. I had 2 jobs, and one of them I used to work more than the other. And so it was around Christmas time that I was working, and if you have seen my other videos, you already know by this point that I don't drive, I don't have a car. I rely on my mom and dad for transportation. Long story. You will have to hear another video on why is that. I'm not going to explain that here because it will become longer, and I don't want that. I just want to get to the details. That way you can see what happened. So basically, I was very excited one day. I was working, and I was about, let's say, 4 hours into my shift. And during that time, I used to work a lot from 5 to closing. Actually, that night I got let out earlier for some reason. I don't remember. But the point is that I was halfway through my shift, and I texted my mom. I asked her, can you take me to Walmart before going home? And she was like, fine. And I texted her back, and I told her, I just want to buy some Christmas ornaments and also a Christmas tree. So basically, my shift ended. I went to the car, and I was so excited because I was actually wanting to get a Christmas tree to decorate it with my parents because I wanted them to feel happy during Christmas time. Christmas time hasn't been a good time for my family ever since my grandfather died. My grandfather committed suicide when I was 11. And so when that happened, it was like this huge wave of grief would basically control us. And so we haven't been really celebrating Christmas the way we did before he died. Anyways, I wanted to put that in there because I think that's going to help you understand a little bit better, hopefully. So on my way to Walmart, I was in the back seat as always, and I was saying how excited I was to go to Walmart And then I decided to tell my dad, because my dad would also be in the car with my mom all the time. Every time that I go somewhere, he's always with my mom, unless he stays home and I'm with him. Anyways, the point is that I was so excited. I couldn't control my excitement. I felt like a little girl. I was like, okay, I don't know if mom told you, but I texted her and I'm going to like totally get a Christmas tree for you guys. And I was waiting for his response, because I'm like, oh, he's going to be so excited. This is going to be something that will make him happier, I guess. And he told me, what are you talking about? And I'm like, didn't she tell you like what I texted her? And my dad was like, no, she only told me that you're going to get Christmas ornaments, not a Christmas tree. And my mom, I guess she freaked out. My mom is the type of person that if she has to hide things in order to be safe from my dad, then she does. So I guess this time she didn't tell my dad that I told her that I wanted to buy a Christmas tree. I'm pretty sure she read the message, but she was just pretending like she didn't, because she knew that my dad was not fond of Christmas anymore and would make Christmas miserable for everyone. So we basically got into an argument, my dad and me. And so, my mom's driving. She doesn't really say anything. And by the way, I'm not mad at her, because I know that I was thinking before the argument started, I'm like, how stupid am I to think that I can just say to my parents that I want to buy them a Christmas tree when they're going to totally blow it out of proportion, And I guess my mom was just avoiding that. But it didn't help, because it still grew to be an argument between my father and I. And so we were in the car, and he was like, how dare you? I don't like celebrating it. This family doesn't celebrate it. And he was just going off on, making me feel guilty, because that's what narcs do. Making me feel guilty, making me feel like it was my fault, like how ridiculous am I to even think of such thing. And then I was just like justifying myself. I'm like, Dad, the only reason why I wanted to buy one is because I wanted to like spend time together as a family during Christmas, because we don't see anyone. We don't have family members here. All of our family members are in another place far away. And so I just wanted to do something nice for you. And besides, I've been like saving my money to buy this. And so basically, he was still going around in circles, because that's what narcs do. They just go in circles. And he was like, no, how dare you? You're not even supposed to ask something like that. And then it came to the point where I was sick and tired of hearing him repeat the same thing and making me feel guilty. I just said, well, fine. Thank you for making me feel so bad right now. And he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I was excited throughout my whole shift. I was excited all the way till now, because I wanted to do something nice for you. And I'm just upset that you don't want it. Mind you, I wasn't trying to manipulate this person into accepting my gift. I was just expressing how I felt, because that's how I felt. And I guess he took it the wrong way. That's what narcs do. And basically, he went off. Like, off. Like, when I say he went off, he just went off. And he was like, how dare you impose something on us? Because when the narcissist is being attacked, if he has an enabler, like a significant other, a friend, family member, spouse, they will include it into the argument. And so he was like, how dare you impose unto us that you wanted to give us a Christmas tree? And I'm like, I wasn't imposing anything. I was going to buy you a gift and you rejected the gift, and I was just explaining how I felt about you going off on me. And I don't remember what happened next. I just remember that I never went to Walmart. It was raining. It was about, I would say, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I got home. I was upset. I wasn't really upset about the whole Christmas tree. I was upset because I was excited and I wanted to genuinely do something for them. And I felt like I was a bad person because I wanted to offer a gift. See how that works? See how the narc wants you to feel guilty every time you want to do something nice? This is why I don't give any presents anymore during the holidays, by the way. Anyways, the point is that during this time, I was in my room. I guess my mother came in and she started talking to me, and I told her, Mom, he didn't have to go off on me like that. I literally didn't want to impose anything on you guys. I didn't want to obligate for you to feel like you needed to have the Christmas tree. I just wanted to do something nice for you guys, and I just feel so bad that you guys took it that way. Now, listen to that. How miserable is that? No one should ever be in that position of thinking that, oh, now I am the guilty one, because you're doing something nice for someone. I mean, if it would have been, no, thank you, I don't want it. Yes, my feelings would have still been hurt, but it wouldn't be at this, I don't know, it would have been less, it would have been more tolerable, I guess. And so one thing led to another. My dad came into the room. And by the way, narcs like to corner you where you feel weak, defenseless, and powerless. And so by this point, I don't know what happened. I don't know what triggered me, but I was sobbing my eyes out. I was sobbing. I don't remember what triggered me. But at this point, my dad was in my room, and I was basically copy pasting what I had said to my mother to him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And instead of him accepting my apology, he turned it back on me, and he was like, but you never change. You always do the same. How dare you? No, you don't mean it, because you always do the same. And I'm thinking to myself, what do I do the same? And why is he treating me like I'm his girlfriend? I'm his offspring. I'm not his girlfriend or his spouse. This is weird, I thought in my head. And so basically, after that, he kept telling me how ungrateful I was, how disrespectful I was to him, because I would always overrule everything he said. And yes, many times we would get into discussions and I would be like, I don't agree with that. I'm going to do it my way. But I knew that I had to do it because the way he would tell me to do things was to manipulate me and control me and isolate me from people. But obviously he didn't saw that, because people like this, they have no introspection. They are very arrogant, unfortunately. Let me try to end this briefly. Anyways, I just kept sobbing. And I remember that night. By the way, after that, he left my room. But before he did, he just raised his voice very uncomfortably. He made me feel very on edge. I'm like, okay, he's raising his voice. I'm in my room. I'm cornered. I just can't go to the bathroom while he's talking because he's blocking my entrance. And it felt scary and intimidating. I'm like, oh my God, we should be able to communicate like adults, but no. Anyways, I was just weeping my eyes out, and I remember thinking to myself that in the future, once I have a family, they will never ever have to go through that again. Anyways, I'm going to put the link below if you want to donate. Do not feel obligated. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. I hopefully this video helped you in, connecting certain things that have happened to you in the past. And if you feel like this can help someone, go ahead and share it with someone, comment or like or subscribe. Thank you so much for hearing me. Yes, it's very silly to hear 15 minutes about a Christmas tree argument, but I hope this helps you. God bless you and have a nice day.